So what do you both want to do first?
We could join with the others over there. They seem to be enjoying talking with each other.
Azure points to where Sayori, Michelle, Wally, Yuri, Amy, and Natsuki are talking. Not our talking, just talking. Yeah, you're right. You guys should get to know the others a bit more. I'm gonna make sure my poem for later is ready.
You sure you don't want to join with us then? Or join us with them? You'll miss out on the conversation, though.
I'm fine, Victor. Don't worry about me.
Well, alright then.
Azure and Victor then go ahead to join the other club members conversing with each other. I, on the other hand, sit down on one side of the desks, on one of the desks, and reach out from my bag and take a piece of paper I wrote my poem on. I examined the poem I wrote last night and made sure it didn't have any error on it or anything.
Alright, you want to grab the bar? Have I got it? Good.
You, at the drop of every hour that goes by, you're the one I'm constantly thinking. I can't stop the beating of my heart. You are the one I longed so much when I started realizing that someday the heart will learn to love again. You are the love that I waited for. The heart that felt empty for so long, but finally now that you are here, you are the one that God has sent to me. You are the gift to my life. You are my joy and love. Reading through this poem, I realized how insanely cheesy it sounded. I then just crumpled the thing and put it back in my bag, as I then take out another empty piece of paper and a pen.
Having trouble thinking of the right poem?
I turn around and see Michael standing beside me, having seen me just crumple that paper entirely. Oh, Michael, it's you.
Seems you're having trouble figuring out how to make the right poem.
In a way, yeah. It just wasn't exactly how I pictured it to be good.
Yeah, I can understand the sentiment. You often think that the best one you made isn't exactly as best as you first thought it to be. But sometimes you need to experiment on what writing style and theme you want. You won't get it right the first time, so you'll go through some trials and errors along the way.
Oh, I see then.
I did saw the one you pulled out earlier, thought. That one was good, though. Why'd you crumple it? Yeah, I did. I read it right. Said thought.
It wasn't exactly as good as I first pictured it. Plus, it was very cheesy. Like I was writing a love letter or something.
A love letter, huh? That's quite specific. Better question would be, to who?
Well, Michael.
Relax, Erica. I'm just messing with you. But seriously, though, don't stress out on writing one that'll be the best. Just focus on writing something easy and something you can get comfortable writing with. Rome wasn't built in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Well, alright then. Wait, that reminds me. Weren't you and Malka just working on the initial paperworks? How'd it go?
Oh, don't worry about it. It's just initial paperwork, Erica. Not that much to work on compared to what we'll be working on at the end of the school year. I don't exactly have to worry about it that much. Monica's more than reliable enough to help me handle it. She's been my right-hand assistant since she was still in freshman year and me in sophomore year. So we both know how to work at our best together.
I see.
Anyway, I'll give you a couple more minutes to work on making a new poem before we start today's club session. Seems like Victor and Azure over there are already getting used to being with the other club members over there.
Michael points over to Azure and Victor with the other club members as he heads back to Monica. They seem to be having a fun time chatting. Azure specifically looks like he's having a fun time, as well as talking with Sayori. Looking at them conversing, though, I couldn't help but feel a little jealous about it. But I wasn't really bothered to think about it, as Azure was only there to make sure my husband would come and pick him up. He was more bait to me than anything else. A few minutes later, I finished making an easy and simple poem, just as Michael calls us all over for the club session to start.
Alright everyone, this is how we'll do the activity. You each pick the first person you want to share your poem with. You and your partner will exchange poems and read them. After that, you will comment your thoughts on them, such as what could be improved, how the poem feels, etc.
Yeah, I said earlier in this LP that etc. was one word like this, But now that I think about it, I'm not sure if it's actually supposed to be et space cetera. I can't remember. Because it's like, it's a Latin word, isn't it? Or a Latin phrase? I don't remember. Maybe want to look that one up.
Once you're done, you'll return the poems and then proceed to find another club member you want to exchange with. Do this entire process until you've managed to have exchanged a poem with everyone in the club.
Wait, so just like that?
Yes, Elise, just like that. It's not too complex of an activity. Just share your writing with everyone in this room, one person at a time.
Huh. Alright then.
Right then, any other questions? If not, then we may proceed with this activity.
We all then gathered together to share poems and listen to the others' thoughts about them. I shared my poem to Elise, Natsu, Wally, Sayori, Amy, Natsuki, Michelle, Yuri, Monica, Michael, Victor, and Azure in that exact order.
Good God. This is why I thought poem sharing would be unbearable with 6 people and take 2.
I won't exactly go into the detail about what each of their poems are, but overall they were good and very diverse.
There you go, exactly that.
The poem sharing activity went rather well on its first try. It is first try. Suffice to say, everyone had fun, while everyone else were in small groups conversing about various topics. Michael had left the room for a bit to check on something back in the student council room. I then noticed Azure and Victor in one corner discussing about their poems together. Curious about what their thoughts for mine were again, I decided to listen in on them.
Hey, not bad, Azure. This one's really good. Didn't think it worked like you could write this good.
Ha! You should have seen the look on Michael's face when he complimented my writing. He was surprised I could write well on my own. Erica even said it was just that good that she was so impressed by it too.
Impressed? Pfft. You should have heard Erica's comment on my poem too. She was impressed by the in-depth writing I made to the point she asked what the little story behind it was. Of course, I had to indulge her with the story behind it. And she was definitely impressed by it, that's for sure. More so than yours.
Oh, really? You think she'd like some little sob story from a poem like yours? That's rich.
Something tells me the tension between these two are starting to act up.
And what? You think she'd like your little amusement of a poem? You just got lucky, Azure. Your luck's gonna run out eventually. Just like how long you'll be able to stay here before you get expelled.
Did he say something? Was that anything? No, that wasn't something said. Or if there was, they deleted it.
I guess that might have crossed the line. Azure's deadpan stare at Victor somehow hit a nerve on him that he didn't think he would do. Azure suddenly pushes Victor back, whom the latter stumbles back, but manages to stay on his feet by grabbing onto a nearby desk.
You're talking a lot of crap for someone who's also one step close to being expelled.
Azure's voice resonates across the entire clubroom. The others stop what they were doing and notice the impending argument that Azure and Victor might have. From out of nowhere, Victor pushes Azure back this time. You boys okay there, right?
This little pipsqueak thinks he's better. That's rich. What? You think you're any better?
Better than you, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, god damn it. This isn't just going to end with these two arguing. This might end up with these two fighting physically, which is far arguably worse. Monica's already having a worried look on her face like she might head out and get Michael to deal with the situation. And Wally and Natsu are already preparing to separate the two in case they do end up fighting physically. I was about to stand up and stop those two myself. But out of the blue, Sayori suddenly stands up first and towards Azure and Victor.
Azure and Victor, stop! You both don't have to argue and fight about who's better and who's not. Michael says that everyone has their own unique ways of writing and that we should respect them all equally. Victor, your poem has so much in-depth story in them, like it's reading a short, intriguing story. I would all want to continue reading entirely. And Azure, your poem has a very interesting atmosphere that whenever we read it, we're transported in a different world unlike any other. You both have very interesting writing techniques. It would be entirely unfair to have one of them be more appreciated than the other. That's why Michael suggested we do this activity for all
God, my jaw is like killing me. Pardon me a moment, dear viewer. Massaging my jawline.
That's to make sure that we respect what the other's writing styles are and how they execute it. He wants us all to get along together. So please, stop fighting.
It seems Sayori had somehow gotten through both of them together. They've completely stopped arguing with each other after Sayori had asked them to stop.
Ah, gee, Sayori. I'm sorry. I kind of lost my temper there a bit. I didn't exactly mean to say those things. I mean...
Azure seems to fumble his words as he tries to explain his side. However, Victor then speaks up.
Hey, Azure. I didn't exactly mean to say all that crap about you, really. I guess we were just so immersed in our own pride together, things kind of got out of hand.
Azure, Victor, you both are best friends, right?
Well, yeah. Of course.
Then you both shouldn't fight. Best friends shouldn't even fight with each other at all. They should help each other. Be there for one another. Your friendship together is more than worth its weight of the pride you get from getting compliments on your works.
I guess you're right, Sayori. Vic is my best friend. Then again, I wouldn't consider him my best friend. Or just my best friend, rather. I mean, it could go as far as being a brother from a different mother. Azure, do you really mean that, dude? Of course! Well, I guess. You're more of my nerd brother from another mother. Oh, really now?
Victor then starts walking towards Azure with a big grin on his face.
Vic, what are you doing? What's it look like? Being a brother to you, that's for sure. Now, come here.
Victor then suddenly grabs Azure and starts rubbing his fist on his head. Azure desperately tries to free himself from Vic's grasp, but is quite unable to.
Ow, ow, ow! Vic, stop! Stop it! This is a brotherly grab, or brotherly rub on your head, Azure. Ain't no way you're getting out of this.
Victor continues rubbing his fist on his head, completely ruining his hair as well. From the looks of things, it seems the entire confrontation may have been avoided all the same. I look at the others and they seem to be relieved as I am that those two aren't arguing anymore.
Really glad those two stopped fighting after all that. Would be really crazy if those two really fought.
Oh wait, did that Michael say that? No, that was Monica. My name's confused now.
Michael would be super pissed about it.
Monica talks to me as she approaches me, saying I was also relieved about those two not fighting anymore. Well, they're best friends. I doubt those two would stay angry at each other for so long.
True. Though what did caught me off guard was Sayori standing up to them both.
Oh, why's that?
This isn't something Sayori really usually does. You know, stopping people from arguing and fighting.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Ever since you guys joined, she somehow started doing that.
I would probably assume it's what Michael told you guys. He wanted all of us to get along.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Although, can I ask you a really quick favor, Monica?
Of course, Erica. What is it?
You wouldn't mind if this doesn't reach Michael?
I mean, I can't exactly keep this a secret to Michael. He's kind of tasked me with logging everything that's happened from the start of the session or club session up until the end. So I can't exactly hide anything from him without him getting suspicious about there being holes in my logs. But I could just say they both got into a bit of a misunderstanding and still managed to clear it out. It's not exactly a lie per se. It definitely isn't the whole truth either.
Oh, well, I guess that'll work. Thanks.
Oh, don't worry, America. Anyway, I'll go ahead and continue writing the log for today. Oh, writing the log for today.
Oh, sure. Monica heads back to her desk and writes something into her notebook. I look over towards Azure and Victor, who eventually had just apologized with each other as Vic joined the others, now back at his usual antics. However, Azure isn't with him, as he is apparently with Sayori this time.
Hey, Sayori. About what happened earlier. Oh, sorry about that. About what happened between me and Vic.
I promise that won't ever happen again.
Oh, Azure, you don't have to say sorry, you know. You and Victor already made up, right? That's all that matters. You're both You're both best friends. So it would only make sense you both don't stay angry with one another. And I honestly speak from experience sometimes. I have a best friend too, and we almost kind of act in the same way. But in the end, we're still best friends no matter what.
I guess you're right, Sayori.
Looking at these two together, being happy, having him talking with each other, or having fun talking with each other. I'm glad Azure started to speak up with other people other than me, Vic and Michael. However, something in me stirred whenever I see him with Sayori. It was unlike anything I've felt since... No, I can't. I should know better. Over the following days, things would start to develop between Azure and Sayori. They got more close with each other. Or perhaps closer. Talked more often with each other. Hell, even Victor, who always butted heads with Azure about who between the both of them I liked the most, started hanging out with Yuri and Wally. I wasn't entirely worried nor concerned about them now taking a liking of hanging out with different people lately. They both still hanged around with each other too. Well, we hung. It's
only hanged in the context of like a person hanging by a noose. That's literally the exception. Otherwise, it's hung. It's an easy mistake to make though. The way I remember it is like there's a tarot called the Hanged Man. Just remember that one. It's hanged whenever you're hanging. If it's not, it's hung.
However, Azure being with Sayori had really bugged me so much that I would oftentimes join him, or
oftentimes is one word actually,
join in on them talking, much to their surprise. Something was really wrong with me to act like this. Even Azure's starting to notice it as well. However, that was honestly nothing compared to what I would find out soon.